I kind of feel like digging. Alright, the frames might be kind of bad for just a second, but if you'll bear with me, I decided that I kind of want to have a lake, and well, this entire giant continent was in the way, so today we did the very beginning of what is going to be an incredibly long digging process. And I think what we're basically going to do, we're going to take out all of this, probably to about here. I don't think I'm going to go any farther than there. So actually the pillager outpost that we found a long time ago is actually going to be completely underwater by the time we're done with this. Now, don't get your hopes up. This is definitely going to be a long-term project, but we'll chip at it episode by episode, and maybe in, I don't know, 10-15 episodes, I'd like to say, we'll have it completely filled out with a massive, beautiful lake. And wow, can we just appreciate for a second how incredible this looks with, well, minus the frames. Sorry about that. Spawn is over there, and all of our stuff is here, and we're going to be moving over onto this island today. But this is just, oh, it just looks so cool. Our mountain is looking great. Need to change all this to stone, but so many little projects that I've got to get done, but not enough time. Oh, and take a look at all the resources that we got from just that tiny little bit of this project. Yeah, we've got all sorts of every sort of dirt and stone that we're going to need for a very long time. And this is just the beginning. But let's put that on the back burner for just a little bit and come back over here where I want to get a very general outline of where our paths are going to go. Basically what I'm thinking is we're going to have a path right here, and this one comes all the way from over in the village and over the bridge, and down here there's going to be a fork right here, and we're going to branch down over here and go across this little land bridge in one, and then we're going to come over on this side for the other. And eventually this land bridge is going to lead over to this side where I'm not sure what I'm going to do over here. Maybe we'll have like some, I don't know, shops or some kind of building or something over here, maybe like a dock. I really don't have any plans, but we'll think of something eventually. And very similarly, I don't really know exactly what I'm going to do over here either. We'll probably have a building over here on this side, but the important thing is that it's going to lead over to a bridge that's going to go across right here. And this bridge is going to lead into the main city, which I think I mentioned briefly in the last episode, but this is going to be like where most of the houses, the downtown, all of this crazy stuff. And actually, I've kind of been thinking we might turn this is a little island here in the middle of a bunch of rivers. I've been thinking this might be a really cool place to have a palace or a castle or something like that. It's all very tentative, but I mean, it just looks really cool. We've got this completely surrounded, and then this over here is going to be a lake. So I don't know. I've got so many really cool ideas churning about in my brain, but it's going to be a very long time before most of those come to fruition. But we can at least get a start on getting these paths laid out. So we'll just lay out a really basic plan for a path over here. And this will just lead straight over here and then onto the land bridge right here. And then it'll just curve around here. And then for this other path, I think we're just gonna follow the side of this mountain here, kind of just along this sort of area. And then we'll come down along here and just kind of follow this old path that used to go through the old village. You kind of get the idea, just going down, around, and then we've just got a little path that goes around the mountain. Now this side over here, which goes down here and then follows around, probably around where this rail's going, is going to lead to a bridge that goes right across here So from here over to this side, and I think I'm gonna build that bridge today, but before I build the bridge, there's one more thing that I wanna get done. And I think the biggest thing we need for this is gonna be a couple shulkers, because I don't know how much random stuff I'm gonna be finding. And then we're gonna need a stick, a piece of copper, and a feather, which is right here, to make a brush. That's right, we are going out for buried treasure, or more specifically, we're really just going to get some sniffer eggs, because one thing that I'd like to do today is get a little pasture full of sniffers. I'd really like to start bringing this little village to life, and one way that we can start doing that is through getting a whole bunch of animals in here. And okay, well, yeah, that's one way to bring it to life. We'll just toss you in a boat in case we, well, all right, I'm gonna try to toss you in a boat. All right, there's one. And this guy, he totally trampled my wheat, didn't he? Yep, would you look at that? That wheat has been trampled. Well, it's fine. Not a big deal. I'll just go like this and then like that. And I think we're fine. Yeah, maybe we can use this guy to put into our, I don't know, maybe at some point we can find a way to stick this guy in one of the houses just for fun. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Totally forgot what I was saying. Oh, that's right. I came over here because I wanted to show you this. I think it's a donkey that I found over here. And I was thinking just, you know, he looked really cool just standing in here. I'll eventually find a better way to get him stuck in here. Just getting some animals around here, some stuff moving around to give the village life. I think it'll help a lot. So I'm gonna go get some sniffers, and I'll probably put in a little pasture of sniffers right around this area. This guy's doing a great job of bringing life to the place. All right, we've got a long trip ahead of us, so let's go. There we go. There's a warm ocean that we're looking for, and I think this is exactly what I'm looking for. It should be on the sand that's a slightly different color, something like this. That was a piece of coal, wasn't it? Well, not what I'm looking for, but didn't really expect to get it on the first try. Got our first pottery sherd. Is this supposed to say pottery sherd instead of pottery shard? Very interesting. All right, so I was really curious why this is, so I looked it up, and apparently the words shard and sherd are kind of the same thing, except a sherd is a broken piece of pottery with edges that are sharp, usually referring to one that is found in an archaeological site. So it is a word, it's used by archaeologists, and yeah, I think that's pretty cool. So that's really interesting. I guess they make like a glass sound when they break. All right, this is just an emerald, so I'm gonna test. So if I destroy this, it'll make a glass sound, I think. Maybe not. All right, that's just an emerald as well. Let me test this one more time. Yeah, that made the glass sound. Maybe I just missed the glass sound on the other one, and it'll be like super obvious when I go back and look at the recording, but I didn't hear it the last time. But yeah, it looks like when you break a piece of sand that has treasure in it, it makes a glass sound, which is almost sad, to be honest, because if you're breaking it, then it means you've already broken it, so there's nothing you can do about it. Wouldn't you just rather, you know, not know that you missed out on something? I don't know. Maybe that's just me. All right, well, I'm not finding any more, so I'm just gonna unload all this stuff and we'll move on to the next one. All right, I think we finally found one. Took a little bit, but all right, let's try our luck here. Oh, we got it. There we go. We finally got one, but we definitely need to get at least one more because we need to be able to start breeding them. All right, no more sniffer eggs, but I did at least find 2 more treasure maps, and each of them are unique. Let me come over in the light so we can see it. There's one there and one there that we're really close to. So yeah, let's go find those real fast. Just found this on our way, and look at this. We've got 2 smithing templates in here. That's a pretty solid find. All right, looks like we found this one. Oh, I think we found it. I just didn't notice it. Oh, nice. Oh, this one is right here. There we go, easy enough. And we got our most important heart of the sea and a bunch of junk. So this should be a decent place. It's a warm ocean, and for anybody that remembers, this is actually the coral reef where we got all that coral from. Boy, it's probably been 6, 7 episodes back now, but yeah, that's kind of fun. Really hoping we find this sniffer egg here pretty soon because I'm getting a little bit homesick. There are so many of these guys. Time to get to work. Oh, is that it? Oh, we finally found another one. I'll just go ahead and set these 2 in here so they can start hatching. And while we're waiting, we can work on our final project for the day. And I suppose I should mention, I did just a little bit of mining while I waited, and, oh, not that. This is from when we went to go get the sniffers. I think it's this one right here. Yeah. So we've got a whole bunch of the regular diamond ore because we had a bunch of the deep slate. Same thing with the redstone and the lapis and the gold. And then we got some deep slate copper and deep slate iron and also some deep slate coal. And I mostly just got those because the wandering traders will come regularly, and where is it? Right here. And I want to make sure that I have some of those kind of rarer coal, and I just want to make sure that I have some of those slightly more rare ores so that I can get these. Not a big deal, but now we've got them. But enough yapping, let's get this bridge put up. Gotta take a short break from this to check on our little sniffer. Oh, he just grew up right now. So they're gonna start sniffing up little seeds, and then I can use those seeds to breed them, and we can make a whole bunch more, and then we can get going on that. But let me tell you a little bit about this bridge. So still a long ways to go. It's looking a little bit thin because, as you can see, I've only done half of it. But if we come down here, I think it's looking really, really cool. We've got this nice shape, and we've got, like, you know, the white railing up above, which I'm gonna actually add some calcite into that to make it blend a little bit better. And then as you come down, we've got like a little bit of a shadow from the overhanging ledge, and then just a really simple gradient down to the bottom, which I think looks really good. It's not super detailed or anything, but I think it fits and it looks pretty cool. And once I get the other side of it in there, it's gonna look a little bit thicker. Yeah, I think it's gonna look really cool. And there you have it, one semi-completed bridge. I mean, if we come a little closer, you can see there are no real connections, and same thing over on this side. We're gonna have to completely get rid of a whole bunch of this mountain on this side, or not really a mountain, or like a small hill, but either way, we still have a little bit of work to do if we're gonna make this actually a usable trafficked bridge. But that being said, I really like how it turned out. It's not anything super crazy, but it just looks really picturesque. We're using this gray stone, which I think is really nice considering we're not using a lot of it in these other places because we're mostly using this darker deep slate. But I just think that it really looks cool. It looks kind of graceful, and I don't know, maybe refined is the right word. I'm not really sure, but yeah, I really like how it turned out. Now we still need to go and we need to create the underwater portion of this because the bridge is kind of just floating right now, but that'll be pretty easy to fix and I can do that on my own time. Yeah, I really like how it turned out. So I know I mentioned earlier, let me get out of the water so it doesn't make these weird sounds. I wanted to use like this darker deep slate as a shadow, so it kind of transitions down underneath there to the darker, and then it starts to get really light, while the arch itself is just kind of the same thing throughout to make it distinct. But then the darker blackstone and deep slate underneath there, that also kind of does the same thing, because you know that did not work. Surprise, surprise, trying to fly with carrots doesn't work. But yeah, if we come over here, I think it does a little bit of the same thing as this shadow over here does, just helping to give it a little bit more depth. But yeah, I really like how it turned out. And as far as the shape goes, I know I didn't talk too much about that, but I got a lot of inspiration from some pictures that I found on Google, and I don't know, the arch is a little bit much. I know if I walk over here, it's a little bit on the steep side, and particularly if I were to try and take like a wagon or something over here, it would be a little bit much. But at the same time, I don't really see this as being a highly trafficked bridge, because this is going to be our big city over here. The marketplace might be somewhere over there, and I kind of just see this as being a bridge that people use to get over to like the gardened areas and our library, and just sort of this slightly more nature-filled area. I don't know if that's going to be exactly how it stays, but yeah, so I don't imagine a lot of carts and stuff going over here. And one other benefit is that this kind of big arch type of thing allows boats to pass under, and actually pretty big boats at that. And since we're going to be making this huge lake over here, I think it's going to be really, really cool to have boats traveling underneath it. And I might even make one that's like right around here. I don't know. That's just kind of little things that I was thinking of as I built it. But at the end of the day, I made it like this because I think it looks cool. But unfortunately, that's where I'm going to have to leave off for today. Sun setting, but I wanted to do a little bit more of the sniffers, and actually if I went over there, I've done a little bit more with them, but I'm not going to be able to finish it quite in time to release this video, so I'm just going to save it for the beginning of the next one, and I think it'll be worth it to wait. But yeah, I don't know if you guys can see exactly what I'm seeing, but I can just so easily imagine this whole place being textured. We'll have like buildings over here, a nice little path going around and over the bridge into what will be our city over here, maybe a palace in the distance, and then this lake over here, which I have really, really cool plans for that I'm not going to spoil right now, but we'll keep plugging away at this. This is going to be really, really something, because all of this tiny little portion that I did already felt like a lot at the time, but yeah, all of this, probably to about right here, it's all gotta go. And this is not gonna be something that I can do really easily in just a few episodes. But yeah, I'm really, really happy with how this place is turning out. It's starting to come to life, and even at night, it just looks so cool. Hopefully you get what I'm saying. I just am so excited for everything that's to come. So often I'll just be walking around here. I won't really know what to do, but I'll just walk through all the little things that we've made and just look at them and experience it, and just, I don't know, I just really, really enjoy coming through and just living inside of this world. I mean, there's still actually quite a bit of work that I still need to do in here, because, you know, this area totally not done. We've got all sorts of stuff that we can do here. I've still been thinking about putting like staircases to go up into the ceiling, and the first floor is, you know, is not done at all, but I don't know. I really, really love seeing this all come together. And for those of you watching, I hope that you guys like it too. Oh, one thing that I totally forgot that I really wanted to show you, I think it was last episode, but it just slipped my mind. I don't know if you can see this here, but this is our tangerine orchard that we made that I was really, really happy with before, with the orange candles. And you can just kind of barely see the little orange tangerines showing up on the map. And that just makes me so happy. But yeah, it's a small thing, but sometimes it's the little things in life. But yeah, I'll stop talking because I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. But yeah, I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.